of all, first and foremost, it's amazing to see you considering all that we've gone through in this world. And for all of us to be here today, it's quite a blessing. So it's good to see you, Serena. And congratulations on everything. I want to get into the Michelob Ultra ad, but first I want to ask you how you've been coping. How you been coping with everything?
I've been coping. It's been fine. It's just different. And so it's just really trying to figure out what that new normal is. But definitely different.
Okay. HB, I'm going to let you jump in.
I know I wanted to jump in real quick because you mentioned quarantine, Sway and Serena. What's up? How you doing, sis? Do you cook? Hey, do you cook? And if you do, what has been like your go-to quarantine meal? Is this something fun? Is it something you ain't supposed to be eating? What's your story?
I don't cook. I don't clean. No, but I forget the next part of that line.
Right.
I do clean, and I do cook. I've gotten really good at making cinnamon rolls, which is not the best thing. I've gotten good at cooking, like baking cakes and stuff. That's been really fun. I can cook already though, so
nice. Okay.
Well, it's been fun.
Yeah, the rainbow cake looked fire. I peeped that.
Thanks. Yeah, that was really fun. It was I had to make a lot of different cakes, and then I just had to put the food coloring in it. So it is basic sponge.
Well, the other thing that I peeped though too is there still is a balance between your baking your cakes, but then your cakes. Serena in spandex will forever be one of my favorite sites on Instagram. Yeah, I said it, Serena. Yes, I did. Okay. What I'm curious to know, because you are an elite athlete, obviously you've gotten to know your body when it comes to the muscle, to the strength of it, right? At the same time, did you learn your body with its sexiness, or did that develop later?
It definitely developed later because, I was young and I wasn't thinking about being, when I was young, I wasn't thinking about being sexy. I know everyone is now at like 12, but I wasn't.
Better or for worse, yeah.
I was thinking about winning, but now it's definitely different. So thank God I wasn't thinking about that earlier. But yeah, so that's just a big muscle back there. That's all.
Yay! Hey. Hold up.
See you embrace it.
Yes. What'd you say, Sway? Hold up for what? Hold up for what?
Hold up. Oh, hey, I'm just, I'm celebrating that muscle too. Why not? You said something really interesting. It made me think about this Michelob Ultra ad. By the way, it's very impressive, and I'm glad they put you in the finale of it. After I saw all those guys, I was like, well, where is Serena? Yeah. But it does pose a great question about winning and then putting a highlight on the sacrifice and the joy of that. What is the messaging in it? How did you interpret it when they first approached you with it?
Well, we all kind of are often told that success requires commitment and, hard work and grit and determination and dedication and all that stuff, right? So that's all very true. But one thing I liked about Michelob Ultra has they had an opportunity to focus on the side of success that's really rarely talked about. And that's the joy and happiness that it plays into the journey of success. So I felt like, okay, this is a great story. How do we build on it? We kind of sat in a room together to come up with it, but how do we build on it and how do we make that more exciting? And what are some things that I truly do that makes success, that makes my happiness? So for me, that's karaoke or trying to do karaoke one way or the other, but yeah.
That's dope.
Okay.
That is dope. What did you just say?
Oh, go ahead, HB, go ahead.
No, it's so dope that Serena is saying that, because what I was thinking about when I saw the commercial, I was like, Serena may have been the first famous person that I saw that actually dealt with a hostile work environment, like just solo. Like she would go out on that tennis court and you would kind of hear the hate and the book, like way before social media, she was dealing with a Black female in a hostile work environment. And I always thought it was like amazing to me how you were able to like block it all out and just focus in on it. Is there like a secret karaoke song or something that you had playing in your head to block all of that out? What were you listening to mentally?
It's just something I had to grow used to, which shouldn't be normal, right?
Facts.
But it was had to be normal for me, was to realize that people weren't going to root for me in the beginning because I was different and I looked different. And I remember even when my sister was playing, I could tell when she would win points and when she would lose because the crowd would be really loud if she lost a point. And then there would be almost silence if she won the game or the point. So that's how I would kind of follow her matches, because sometimes I would be getting ready for mine before. Obviously that's before like other technologies, but that was also the same obviously applied to me. And I had to make people realize that, it's okay to be Black and to play tennis, and it's okay to be good at it and to be better. And that's kind of something I had to lean into myself and realize that it wasn't me. It wasn't anything to do with me. It was just that I had to force people to see me because of my game and let my game do the speaking. And I had to be comfortable with that. And thankfully my parents were so pro and so awesome and so pro-Black is what I mean. And they really taught us from a young age that we're going to face different things that other people aren't going to face. And we were okay with that because we knew that we were prepared for that. So we were prepared for anything that came our way. And we continue to be prepared for that. And that's just the way the society is currently. And well, it was, and, is it getting better a little bit? But, yeah.
Thank you for that.
Absolutely. Trace, you want to jump in?
Yeah, because with Heather's question, just this conversation around redefining success made me think about your cover. I want to say it was Fast Company or Inc., where you were deemed like the most productive person ever. And I wondered how your idea of productivity, if that's changed over the years, because obviously your priorities change. You're a mother now, you're a wife, you have all these different businesses. What's productivity like for you now versus before?
I don't know. I'm super productive. I mean, I'm running 2 different companies and I'm a professional athlete at an elite level. So yeah, I think, and I have a daughter and I cook and I clean. So yeah, that's pretty productive. I don't really understand how I do it, especially when I'm actually CEO of these companies and I sit on different boards. And so, but I really have a tight schedule and I always work certain hours and I spend other hours with my daughter. And it is very productive, but it's very intense. But for me, I try to find that balance. It's been working out for me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind, Serena, if you were my boss and I worked at one of your companies, I think. You know what I mean? Can you imagine saying, yeah, I work for Serena Williams? I'm curious too, what is the culture like in your work environment? Is it open to everyone? Everyone has a mic, everybody has a voice. Do you guys spend time outside of work? What is the culture you try to create for your work environment?
Well, we don't spend any time outside of work anymore because of everything in the world, but everyone has a mic and that's super important. It's super important for everyone to say that they can email me directly or to call me if there's a problem internally, and to talk about issues that they're feeling and for me to motivate the team. So that is really important for me because in order way to make a company successful, the people that are with you in the company need to be happy and they need to feel like they're a huge part of it and they are part of the success. And they absolutely are a part of the success, and they should feel that way. And that's how I want to make everyone feel. So with fashion, that's what we do. And then Serena Ventures as well. It's a little bit of a smaller team, but there's Olympia's having a blast right now.
That's great.
But yeah, it's a bit of a smaller team at Serena Ventures, but it's super. We talk every day actually, because super intense work. But we're a family, and that's what it is. And we have to see it that way. But at the same time, I am overseeing a lot of people. Yeah, so it's definitely a lot, but it's definitely worth it, because I've learned so much in leadership skills, and I've learned different things in leadership classes. And I was one of my majors was business in college, and so some of that stuff really was able to help me lead these teams that I'm leading.
Is it possible to do all and still be number one in the world? What are your tennis goals now moving forward?
I want to win some titles, some Grand Slams. So that's what I play for. And can you do it all? I don't know. You can never do it all, but you have to decide what your priority is and make that your priority. So yeah, I have great teams, but it's important to have, for me, it's important to have a really, really good team so you can focus on your priorities, which is for me instant.
Okay. HB, you got one more?
I just want to say salute to you, Serena, as always. Thank you. Thank you for your words. Thank you for being transparent about it all, and just always love and respect for you. We are always rooting for you, sis. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Tracy?
Yes, and thank you for just showing that you're a human outside of being an athlete, outside of being a businesswoman. Just, it's important to see all the dimensions of a woman, and you do that so effortlessly. So I'm glad we have this opportunity to chop it up.
Thank you. This was fun. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. And then real quick, what was it like working with Spike Lee on this?
It was great. I was literally nervous. I was like, oh man, am I doing the right thing? Or
I'm dead. Well done.
or what? It was amazing. I was a little bit nervous, and I'm like, oh my god, this is Spike Lee. I'm literally on set with Spike Lee. This is crazy. He just won an Oscar within the last couple years. So
yeah.
Like, oh my goodness, is this my Oscar role? Like, is this it? So it's Spike Lee, and it's like, that's red. That's what I kept saying. That's red.
That's red. Next.
Exactly. So I was like, oh my God, it was amazing. It was amazing.
Well, congratulations, Serena. You know, we love you. You know, we're all in your corner, and we watch and marvel and admire all that you do. Keep going, sis. Okay.
Thank you so much, Sway. Thanks, everyone. It's always fun.
You're welcome.
Give it up.
Bye.
To the greatest of all time, Serena Williams. Come on. I have to say that. Take care, Serena. Thanks for giving us the time. Okay. It's good to see you.
You too.